It is awful, David. This is the last thing you'd expect to happen during a leisurely drive from the coast to Portland. We can tell you that detectives with the Oregon State Police are teaming up with detectives from the Polk County Major Crimes Team to track down the gunman who killed Dennis Anderson, a father and life partner.
And I don't know if I fully come to terms with the idea that he's not coming home.
Brandy Goldsberry is in disbelief over the shooting death of her partner of nearly 2 decades, Dennis Anderson.
Everybody keeps saying road rage, but road rage is that you would think just someone yelling at each other and doing something instantaneously. They pulled over and they waited for us to pass and started following us. It feels like premeditated.
That's why Brandy is afraid to show her face on camera. She fears retaliation from the gunman who took Dennis's life. It happened last Wednesday night on Highway 18, just west of Grand Ronde. Brandy says she and Dennis were driving from the coast to Portland when the driver behind them got angry and passed them. Brandy thought that was the end of it until she spotted the car pulled over a few miles ahead. She says when she and Dennis passed, the car pulled out behind them.
They were driving up on the back of us really close, driving into oncoming traffic and trying to veer towards us, like trying to send us into the forest.
Brandy says she and Dennis were scared, and they decided to pull over and call 911.
Dennis pulled over and he stepped out of the vehicle and the car pulled up parallel to us and just started shooting. And I was in my seatbelt. I couldn't get out of my seat, fast enough, and there was just lots of shooting.
Not one bullet hit Brandy. Dennis, however, was shot and killed in what Brandy's calling a senseless act of violence.
They need to realize what they did and how they affected not only me and my family, but our community.
Detectives released 2 photos of the suspect vehicle. It's described as black with some sort of round emblem on the hood. Brandy's hoping somebody recognizes the car and calls police.
What happened, I don't want it to happen again. I feel like these people will do something like this again.
As you can imagine, a lot of expenses will come up in the wake of Dennis's death. The GoFundMe has been set up to help with that. You can find a link to that fundraiser on our website, kgw.com.